Welcome to GeoVenture. If you love exploring the wonders of our planet, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing adventures. Our planet, a vibrant tapestry of life, holds countless wonders. For as long as I can remember, I have been captivated by the sheer diversity of its inhabitants, particularly those that live on the very edge of our awareness. These are the rare, the elusive, the creatures that exist in such small numbers or in such remote corners of the world that their very existence seems almost mythical. They are the whispers in the forest, the fleeting shadows in the deep, the last of their kind, holding on against all odds. Today, we embark on a journey to meet 10 of these extraordinary animals. Some are so profoundly rare, so precariously close to vanishing forever, that even seasoned naturalists may only dream of seeing them. They are living testaments to the fragility of life and the intricate connections that bind all living things together. These are not creatures of folklore, but real breathing beings whose stories are unfolding right now in our time. Prepare to be astonished. Our journey begins in the warm, turbid waters of the Gulf of California, the only place on Earth one can find our first remarkable creature. It is a place of immense marine biodiversity, but it is also the stage for a silent, heartbreaking tragedy. Here, a small, shy porpoise is fighting a losing battle for its existence. It is known as the Vaquita, a Spanish name meaning little cow, a gentle moniker for the world's rarest marine mammal, with distinctive dark rings around its eyes and mouth giving it an almost panda-like appearance. It is the smallest of all cetaceans, growing no longer than 1.5 meters. The catastrophic decline is driven not by hunting, but entanglement in illegal gill nets set for totoaba. Just decades ago, hundreds swam here. Today, fewer than 10 remain, last echoes of a species, unless immediate action can save it. From the ocean's edge, we travel into the mist-shrouded forests of the Annamite Mountains on the Vietnam-Laos border, where in 1992, science uncovered a creature so elusive it had remained hidden until then. It is the Saola, often called the Asian unicorn, not for a single horn but for its rarity. A forest bovine with a rich chestnut coat, striking white face and 2 graceful half-meter horns. Shy and solitary, it haunts wet evergreen forests far from people. No biologist has seen one in the wild. Our knowledge comes from camera traps, fleeting tracks, and local reports. Critically endangered and likely only in the low dozens, Saola fall to indiscriminate wire snares meant for other game. The race is on to secure its habitat and clear these deadly traps before the Asian unicorn fades from myth into memory. On Java, a single national park is the final sanctuary for a prehistoric giant. The Javan rhinoceros, armored folds of skin, a single small horn and mosaic-like texture set it apart. Once widespread across Southeast Asia, it is now confined to Ujung Kulon, a solitary browser of leaves, twigs, and fruit in dense undergrowth, spending days wallowing in mud to cool and protect its skin. Poaching for horn, keratin like our fingernails, erased populations until only this group remained. Today, only around 75 to 80 survive, all in the wild. Disease, tsunamis from nearby Krakatoa, and poaching make their future precarious. The survival of this armored giant balances on a knife's edge. On remote, predator-free islands of New Zealand lives a parrot that breaks all the rules. Large, flightless, nocturnal, and they say scented of flowers and honey, this is the Kakapo, the world's heaviest parrot, exquisitely camouflaged among roots and logs by day. At dusk, it climbs and walks kilometers seeking seeds, fruits, and pollen, a parrot living like a badger. Human arrival brought stoats, cats, and rats, ground predators that devastated this gentle bird. In rare breeding years, when Rimu trees mast, males gather at Lex and Boom, deep calls rolling for kilometers. With only about 50 birds in the 1990s, every individual was moved, tagged, and intensively managed. Today, there are over 200, a beacon of hope born of relentless care, proof of what we can achieve when we choose to act. In the Russian Far East and China, winters bite and summers scorch. Here stalks the Amur leopard, breathtaking, resilient, and rarest of the big cats. A thick, pale coat with widely spaced rosettes, paws like snowshoes for silent travel. A solitary master of camouflage, pursuing roe and sika deer, hunted for fur and bones while logging fires and farms shrank its forest. At its nadir, only 30 remained, a ghost near vanishing. Intensive protection and a national park offered a lifeline. Now, over 100. a fragile but real recovery, a rare predator enduring against the cold and time. In a tiny, protected patch of Queensland lives one of the rarest mammals on Earth, the northern hairy-nosed wombat, distinguished by soft whiskery fur across its nose, the largest wombat, stocky and strong, excavating vast burrow networks with claws and chisel-like incisors. Multiple entrances and chambers offer refuge from heat and predators, nocturnal grazers with poor eyesight but keen smell, living solitary lives in small home ranges. Once widespread, now restricted to 2 sites, anchored by Epping Forest National Park. Competition with livestock and non-native grasses drove a steep decline. With fencing and a second insurance population, numbers rose from a perilous 35. Today, over 300, a small but crucial victory for this whiskered burrower. In China and Vietnam, a river giant seems torn from the age of dinosaurs. The Yangtze giant softshell turtle can exceed 100 kilograms with a leathery shell over a meter long. A long snorkel-like snout and small eyes top a massive head. It lies submerged, ambushing prey. Opportunistic feeder of fish, crabs, snails, and plants. It basked and nested on sandy shores. Dams erased nesting banks, pollution-poisoned waters, and hunting-emptied rivers. Hopes rested on a captive pair until the female died in 2019 after artificial insemination. Only a handful are known today, including one confirmed in a Vietnamese lake. The desperate search continues for another survivor to save this river giant from extinction in our lifetime. High above the Philippine archipelago soars one of the world's most powerful eagles. The Philippine eagle, national bird, cultural icon, and apex predator. A huge, deep beak and piercing eyes, beneath a dramatic, shaggy crest like a living griffin. With a wingspan over 2 meters, it rules the forest. From a perch it scans, striking monkeys, flying lemurs, civets, even hornbills. Monogamous pairs raise 1 chick every 2 years. Recovery is slow. Habitat loss has left fewer than 400 pairs scattered across Luzon, Samar, Leyte, and Mindanao. Protection and community pride are key to keep its silhouette in Philippine skies. A regal hunter whose future depends on forests standing. In the swamps and prairies of the American South, a unique predator once reigned. Smaller than a gray wolf, larger than a coyote, with a distinctive reddish coat, the red wolf. Social, family-oriented, with a higher, more varied howl. Shy hunters of deer, raccoons, and rabbits, vital top predators. Settler expansion brought extermination campaigns and habitat loss. By the 1970s, the species was captured to save it. 14 pure individuals founded a breeding program. Declared extinct in the wild, then reintroduced in North Carolina, climbing past 100. Now, hybridization with coyotes and low acceptance cut numbers back to fewer than 20. The American song dog's fate hangs in the balance. In a small fragmented forest in Andhra Pradesh hides a dazzling spider. The Gooty sapphire tarantula, Poecilotheria metallica. Intricate patterns and an iridescent structural blue that shimmers with the light. An agile, arboreal hunter weaving asymmetric funnel retreats in tree crevices. It waits for insects and small vertebrates, subduing prey with venom. Painful if provoked, but shy, fleeing rather than fighting. Its beauty fuels illegal collection for the global pet trade. With a range under 100 square kilometers, deforestation compounds the threat. Protection of its tiny forest and ending illegal collecting are its only lifelines. We have journeyed across the globe, meeting creatures that defy belief, from the last of the river giants to the sapphire jewel of the forest. Each tells a story of beauty, resilience, and fragility. Their existence enriches our world in ways we are only beginning to understand. They are vital threads in the web of life, and their disappearance diminishes us all. These stories are not just of loss, but of hope and human dedication against the odds. The Kakapo's survival and the Amur leopard's recovery show what is possible. Which of these incredible animals resonated with you the most? Tell us in the comments. If you found this journey fascinating, please like and subscribe to GeoVenture. There are countless more stories to tell, countless wonders to discover. Thank you for caring about our planet's most vulnerable inhabitants.